Hi everybody, this is Kristen from A Voice and a View, doing another video. It's a beautiful day here, sun is shining, and it's pretty warm. And today's healing lesson is called Find Inspiration. And going through this Great Awakening journey, it is not an easy one. And like everything else I talk about with energy, you have to balance out the good and the bad. And with all this information that I post, it can get stressful learning all of it, understanding it, digesting it, and being confused on what to believe, what not to believe. But it's so important to find balance in your everyday life and inspire yourself in so many ways to get through each day. Find a passion that you love, and even if you haven't found a passion, start something new. Find something new to do and make it a habit. Do it every day. And that's what I had to do. Spending a lot of time alone. And, I didn't know myself when I started this journey. And spending a lot of time by myself, God showed me a lot of different, ways to find myself again. And so I found my photography. Taking pictures in the early day at sunrise. Let me tell you, that saved my life. Found a new passion, and I found so many miracles in nature, experienced so many beautiful things, and saw a different world that I didn't realize was there. And not only that, but I found my love for flowers and plants and interacting with anything that I could grow. And finding the beauty in all of that. Just amazing. I started putting tons of plants in my home and just enjoying the beauty of all of them. Cleo, come here. Hey, come in. And so those were two of my passions. And another passion of mine was looking up information, researching. And I was big into politics at that time, but not only that, but looking on other social media sites for information. And I'm going to do a separate video on that to give you some good links on different social media sites to find some good information that will help you on your journey, that really helped me kind of weave in and out of all of the fake news and false information that was going on around that time and what's going on now. But it really helped my journey wake up to see the truth. So yes, I'll do a separate video on that. But so important to find inspiration in your lives. Get outside and, exercise. And taking my dog for a walk. It's so peaceful. Another thing I would do on my journey, just to get away from the mundane, get some sun, fresh air. Spend time with my pup. Because they can also transmute energy, guys. When you're in a bad mood, it's a good thing to be around your pets. They have the ability to transmute negative energy. They are on the God frequency. So yeah, very important. And I wanted to mention too, before I forget, that there was someone was trying to get into my account, and I had to call on it, but legal matter. And so I'm waiting to hear on that. But in case my site goes down, I will open another one, and it will be under the same name, or a little tweaked if I need to, but I will open up another one. There's a lot of people that don't want me putting out this information, and yeah. But I'm going to keep posting it because it's important. And there's a lot of other social media sites that have had their accounts taken down, trying to spread the truth. Cleo, come here. Hey, Cleo, get over here. So many sites are trying to wake you up, and it's so important because God is the truth. No matter how hard it is to hear the information, and that you don't want to hear. Whoop! I almost dropped my phone. But no matter how much you don't want to hear the information, it's important that you do, because God is the truth. And, you know, the devil is the lies. So the more you seek the truth, the more you see the truth. Understand it, digest it, live it, speak it. You bring that positive energy to you, and your life will change in a lot of different ways. Because we've been lied to our whole lives, guys, about so many things. But yeah, once you start waking up, once you start seeing all this information come forward, whether you want to see it or not, because there's a lot of hard information to get through, you're going to realize that you're going to see more and more information on your social media sites for you to learn. Because the key is awareness. And once you become aware, you attract that energy to you. And you will see more and more of it. So even if you don't want to see it, guys, it's important that you do, because once you do, it takes a little bit to get through that information and to understand it and feel through it. But once you get through that information, you transmute that energy, and it becomes truth. And then you don't feel overwhelmed. You know, you probably will for a bit with each new thing that you find, but it's important that you see it and process it. Okay? And this is a daily thing, guys. It's a daily journey of awakening. But yeah, in case my site goes down, I am on YouTube as well. I sometimes forget to post some of my videos on there, but it is a backup channel in case you look for my page and it's not there. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. But yeah, like I've said so many times, everything is balance, everything is energy. So through all this information that is hard to learn, you have to find inspiration in something. You have to balance your energy out, because you see too much negative and it's going to overwhelm you. And a big part of my journey was looking at all this information and processing it, but at the same time, it was watching really funny videos of animals and taking my pictures and anything funny that I would watch. And you know, a lot of these social media platforms that spread the truth, they always have, you know, funny things involved on the channel. You know, it's like a back and forth. You know, you see something negative and then they post something positive. So it's a back and forth, but it's important because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. And see negative all the time, because that lowers your frequency. And it's not good for you anyway. It's going to stress you out. So when you've had enough with some information, get outside. Go do something. Exercise. Walk your dog. Cleo! Hey! Hey! Cleo! Oh, smelly, smelly, smelly. That's what she loves to do. Hold on a minute. Hey! Come on! Hey, this way! Cleo! Okay, I guess we're going this way. She wants to smell all the leaves. But, yeah, find something new to do. And I know with your busy lives, you know, you got work and kids and families and, hold on a minute. Cleo! I'm going to have to put a leash on her here in a minute. Hold on a minute. Come here. Come here. Stay. Hold on a minute. Stay right there. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my word. I got my earbuds on and the leash wrapped around my Okay, we're good. Cleo, come on. Okay. Never a dull moment with my dog. Come on. I got somebody mowing leaves, so I wanted to get away from that area. But one of the things that I used to do, oh my gosh, there we are. Okay. One of the things that I used to love to do is I'd turn on some music and dance, whether it be in my basement, in my kitchen, outside, put my earbuds in and just get rid of the world, get rid of all the negative information, and find a spot and just let go. Hold on, he's coming this way. Okay, so we're gonna go this way. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're back. So yeah, dancing is a great way to release a lot of, you know, bad energy, some dark energy, and just have fun, you know. Singing, I love to sing. Sing karaoke. And I still have to connect with a place here that does karaoke, but I love karaoke. Love to sing. I've been doing it all my life. Whew. But even if you sound bad, guys, oh, if you're in a place where nobody can hear you, who cares, right? But find a new hobby. Find something like painting or something in art. Make some crazy videos of your animals. You know, there's so many options, but it's so important to find that inspiration and to do it daily, you know, make a habit of it where you're excited to get up in the morning and, you know, where you can't wait to start doing that activity. There, I'm trying to block the sun out because it's so you can see me. But yeah, it's so important to have that back and forth, the back and forth. Because if everything's negative, guys, you're not going to learn. You're not going to be able to get through this. You're going to stress yourself out and just want to be done with it all, you know. But when you have those laughs when you can be crazy with certain people, when you can just laugh at yourself, you know, be goofy. I love to make people laugh. I love to laugh. And I am very goofy sometimes. I'm almost like the black sheep. I don't like to be politically correct. You know, I'm kind of my own little she's pulling me again. I'm in my own little world a lot, guys. But that's just me, you know. And you gotta find different ways of getting through this, and especially because once you start waking up, you're gonna realize that you're gonna want to be away from noise. You're gonna want to be away from a bunch of people, and a lot of the things that you used to do aren't gonna resonate anymore. And a lot of that has to do with energy, because once you start raising your frequency, there's going to be people that are on a lower frequency, and you're going to feel off, okay, when you're around certain people. And not just that, but once you start learning all this knowledge and information, and they may not want to hear it, they may not want to learn, and your views are going to change on what you want to talk about, you know. You know, they may be doing the same old, and you want to talk about world events, and you're just going to feel off, and that was my case. I didn't connect with a lot of the people that I used to. But my arm, she keeps pulling my arm, so the phone keeps going like this, sorry. But, you know, get out at some point during the day and go out in nature and see what you can find, and be amazed at the world within a world that I never realized was there until I started this journey and found so many different inspirational things to do and to see and enjoy. Made all the difference. But like I said, I think on the next video I'm gonna make a list and write down a bunch of sites on social media, a lot of different platforms that really helped me on my journey to wake up, to learn the truth about so many things, and you know, so many inspirational videos, but also truthers that try to get this information out as much as possible to help wake up the collective, because we are all connected. You know, just like when you yawn, the people around you yawn. It's because we're all connected spiritually. We're all connected from God. We're all God's children, and we're all connected in the spirit. So the more people wake up, the more the planet raises in frequency, or rises in frequency. But yeah, it's all about frequency and vibration, guys. When you understand, you overstand. Come on, Cleo, quit pushing me. That's why I love to have her off on a leash. Or off the leash. Oh, look at these leaves. They're just falling all over the place in front of me. Beautiful. But yeah, it's so important, guys, to do this work, and it's a slow process, but the more you do it, you're not going to be disappointed. You know, once you wake up to a certain point, you look at life so differently. But like I said, a lot of these social media sites that I used to follow, you know, YouTube channels, Rumble channels, Patreon, I mean, there's so many. So much information is put out to the public every day, and that's on purpose, okay, to help you wake up. But the more people that wake up, the more the information is spread to, it's spread out into the universe to help others wake up. And whether you realize it or not, this information is being put in front of your face on purpose. So yeah, there's so much information out there that is hard to believe, hard to accept, to unlearn the lies. And like I said before, the truth is stranger than fiction, guys. So true. And that phrase, the truth will set you free, that's what that means. Because this 3D plane, it's more important through the spirit, through God. Because everything happens in the spirit first before it hits here, guys. Once you wake up enough, you'll understand that. So again, I'll add a separate video on a bunch of different sites that I used to follow to gain more knowledge and find the truth about the daily happenings in the world that the news doesn't tell you, because they don't want you to see it. They don't want you to see what's actually going on compared to, a lot of the crap that's put out there. And not to say that all sites are bad, guys, because there's a lot of good ones. But like anything else, there's good and bad in everything, and a lot of bad ones as well. So I'll keep you up to date, especially after the video I put out the day before yesterday about the Schumann resonance. And that's another thing. It's amazing. I had no idea about the Schumann resonance before I started this journey. Had no idea that it even existed. And I don't remember anything about earth science class that mentioned it. And who knows, I might have been goofing off that day or just ignored the information, but I don't remember hearing anything about that. During high school, during college, I had no idea. But yeah, it's amazing how much the sun affects the earth. The Most High is the sun. It's energy. And when there are flares that come off of the sun, it affects the earth, and it affects all of us down here. We're a percentage of the sun. Person. Okay? Now it seems like it's getting a little bit chilly. I don't have a jacket on, but I'm good. So, again, just keep an eye out. Wow, that plane is flying really low over the trees right now. I will keep you updated if something happens to my channel. Just look for my name, and it might be tweaked a little bit, but keep an eye out for my channel if it happens to go down for some reason. But I know somebody's trying to get into my account, and I've reported it, so I'm waiting back to hear, because that's illegal, guys. That's prosecutable. So anyways, I think that's about it for today. But find that inspiration in your lives and make it a daily habit. You know, even if it's something you have to do right after work to get it in before you come home, and make a point to follow certain channels every day to get an update. That's important as well. That way you know what's going on out there that you're not being told. Very important. I did this for years, guys. Every day I followed certain channels. And then I would see things in other channels as well. And a lot of these channels are like live videos. People reporting during, live events, or they're following things that are happening in other places. And it's not just something that they're reporting on the news and, showing a picture or something, or, that stuff can be manipulated. It can be set up. Learn about green screens. Yep. But a lot of the news that I followed for years was information and videos that were either live or a lot of truthers getting the information out. So it's very important to not just focus on one news channel, okay? You've got to look at different social media sites, because the television tell lie vision, okay? Tell lies. Tell lie vision. Tell lies. Vision. Programmed. They're programming you guys. So you've got to make the effort to find the information for yourself, because that's the only way you're going to believe it, is to see it for yourself. And, but it's important to watch these other channels as well, because that will confirm the things that you are taking in and watching and learning about. So it's definitely important. But be your own inspiration, okay? So important to make that effort and make it a habit every day. Whether it's before you go to work, after you get home, or before you get home. Come on, Cleo. Or sometime in the evening, Make it something that you look forward to. That's very important. If you're kind of, you're still going to be in that not that real positive mode, And like I said, everything is balanced, so you gotta find the balance. There is a lot of good in the world, a lot of good people in the world, but there's also the opposite. There's a lot of manipulation going on purpose to trick you, to try to keep you stuck, to try to keep you trapped from rising, from learning this information, to keep you from waking up. But keep pushing forward and make sure you find inspiration. Get on a YouTube site and look at all those funny videos with animals and all the funny things that people do, It's a great way to release stress off your body and to laugh and to realize that, yes, there is a lot of negative things happening in the world, but there's also a lot of inspiration, a lot of good things happening, a lot of good people that are on this journey as well, that are trying to help you. And the truth movement is so powerful right now. maybe you'll open up your own YouTube channel, or, who knows? What kind of content do you have? Open up a channel and, make people laugh. Show your animals. I mean, there's so many different ways to find inspiration within yourself and to see your talents, because everybody has them. Sometimes, you might not realize that you even have them. And I didn't realize that, I never thought I'd be on here speaking. Never. Oh my gosh, I was always scared to speak. Did not like to be in front of people. And I know I'm alone, on my video or whatever, but yeah, if I would have thought that I'd be doing this now, I'd be like, yeah, right. And the people that used to know me, I barely spoke. So it proves that this journey changes you for the better. And yes, it's a hard journey, but you find yourself through this journey, and you see from a higher view of everything happening around you. Oh my gosh, my dog is pulling me. Okay, I'm going to let you go, guys. Cleo, come on. I'm going to let you go. It's getting cold out here again. Whew. And hope you're all doing well out there, and keep going. This is a day-to-day journey, and no matter what you find out there that's inspirational, it's so important to find it and make a difference in the world with your talents. Okay, because everybody has them. Like I said, you may not have found it or found what you're good at, but connect with God and God will show you. Okay, that's it for today. My dog is pulling me backwards. Oh my God. So anyways, that's it, guys. And this is Kristen from A Voice and a View. Peace, love, and light. Bye.